Welcome to the science class, children. I hope you all are fine today. Children, today we are going to start a new chapter, chapter 7, respiration in organism. Children, if I ask you one question, that from where do we get energy? Most probably all of you will answer that food gives us energy. We obtain energy from the food which is consumed by us. Energy is obtained from the food that is consumed by the organism. There is a process called as respiration which releases this energy from the food and helps the organism to perform the biological activities. रेस्पिरेशन एक ऐसा प्रोसेस है जो फूड में से एनर्जी को लिबरेट करने में, रिलीज करने में, प्रोड्यूस करने में हेल्प करता है. And such process is called as respiration. Respiration is a process in which organisms convert sugars into biochemical energy using the oxygen. Oxygen mixes with the food and releases energy. This process occurs in all organisms, including animals, plants, fungus, and bacteria. Now, what happened during respiration? We know energy is produced during respiration, and this energy is used for different processes, and these different processes are very important for the survival of our life. These processes support our life. You already know these processes like digestion and various other things like movement, like the function of the circulatory system. For everything we need energy, and this energy is possible just because of the process of respiration. This process of respiration releases energy, but apart from that, in addition, it also produces carbon dioxide and water as waste products. Carbon dioxide and water are the waste products of the process of respiration. Respiration involves an exchange of gases. Oxygen is used in the body and carbon dioxide is released from the lungs. You already know. In plants, if we see plants, the process of respiration and photosynthesis, both these processes are altogether different, and both these processes occur simultaneously during the day. But what is the major difference between respiration and photosynthesis? In photosynthesis, carbon dioxide is used by the plants. It is used by the plant, whereas oxygen is released by the plant. But in respiration, oxygen is used and carbon dioxide is released. Now, plants take in oxygen and carbon dioxide respectively. Plants need carbon dioxide as well as oxygen, both the things. Definitely carbon dioxide for the process of photosynthesis and oxygen for the process of respiration. However, photosynthesis does not occur in the absence of light. During night, only respiration takes place, because in night photosynthesis cannot occur. This means that during night oxygen is taken in and carbon dioxide is released by the plants. Now, oxygen reaches all the cells of our body when we breathe. You already know what is breathing. Taking in of oxygen is called as breathing. When we take in oxygen, oxygen reaches all the cells of our body. In the body cells, this oxygen combines with the absorbed food with the help of enzymes. Enzymes help the mixing of oxygen with the absorbed food. As a result, what is released? Energy is released, carbon dioxide is released, and water is produced. And this process that releases energy in the cells is known as cellular respiration. Cellular respiration means cellular respiration is a process in which cells produces the energy by which they can stay alive. During cellular respiration, cells use oxygen in order to break down the sugar of the food, and they produce energy, and this energy is used by our body. Now, as you are just seeing on the screen, there is a table given. Now, this table is of types of respiration. Now, two types of respiration are there, aerobic and anaerobic. Aerobic means in the air and anaerobic means without air. Aerobic respiration, in aerobic respiration also there is a release of energy from the glucose, as I already told you. But this process takes place in the presence of oxygen. Aerobic respiration takes place in the presence of oxygen. It is the oxygen in the air which is very necessary for aerobic respiration. Now, if respiration takes place without the air or in the absence of air, where oxygen is not used for the release of energy, an organism is called as anaerobic respiration, and this type of respiration is called as anaerobic respiration. Now, anaerobic respiration takes place in the yeast. आपने yeast देखी होगी, फर्मेंटेशन में ईस्ट यूज होती है, बेकरी शॉप्स में मिलती है. तो ईस्ट में क्या खास बात होती है? इट respires anaerobically. Without oxygen it respires. And when respiration takes place without oxygen, it is called as fermentation. And this fermentation is highly used for making breads, for making idlis, for making dosas. And this type of respiration, anaerobic respiration, is called fermentation. But there is another type of anaerobic respiration too. This anaerobic respiration takes place in the human muscle cells. In human muscle cells, anaerobic respiration takes place, and it takes place when the human cells, they don't get enough oxygen, and oxygen is not available to them. So let us see the table. In anaerobic respiration, just see the first column. It is a process in the without the use of oxygen, and their products are alcohol, carbon dioxide, and energy. Fine. And in aerobic respiration, which occurs in the presence of oxygen, carbon dioxide, energy, and water is formed. And in another anaerobic respiration that I told you, which takes place in the human muscle cells, there is a formation of lactic acid and energy along with the lactic acid. So in all the three forms, the products are different. Fine. You have to learn the products formed in each and every case. Now on the screen, one activity is given. This activity is showing anaerobic respiration in the yeast. Yeast में कैसे होता है anaerobic respiration? आपने क्या किया? एक कोनिकल फ्लास्क लिया, उसमें ल्यूक वार्म हल्का गर्म पानी डाला, उसमें शुगर ऐड करी और थोड़ी सी ड्राई ईस्ट उसमें डाल दी. अब उसको हमने कोनिकल फ्लास्क को सील कर दिया विद द हेल्प ऑफ द कॉर्क, एंड वी kept it at room temperature. Then what will be our observation? After some time we will see bubbles in the solution. They move up, they are moving bubbles which are coming up to the surface in the form of froth. झाग की फॉर्म में बबल्स ऊपर आ जाएंगे, और एक अल्कोहलिक स्मेल, जैसे वाइन की होती है, जिस तरह से स्पिरिट की स्मेल होती है, अल्कोहलिक स्मेल फ्लास्क के अंदर से आएगी. अगर आप कॉर्क को हटाएंगे और एक लाइटेड मैच स्टिक you will brought it close to the mouth of the flask, it will get extinguished. Extinguished means वो बुझ जाएगी जलती हुई तिल्ली माचिस की, showing that the gas present in the flask is carbon dioxide. I would like to tell you one thing, that the carbon dioxide extinguishes fire, which is one of the property of carbon dioxide gas, that it extinguishes fire. And the yeast spores introduced in the flask, so what actually has undergone in the process? Inside the flask, yeast is respiring without oxygen. Oxygen is not there in the flask since you have sealed the conical flask, and those bubbles are of carbon dioxide, showing anaerobic respiration of the yeast. Hope you have understood this. So this was all about the types of respiration.